Praise God, brethren, and welcome to Adventist World Radio, the voice of hope, where you get to quench your family life and health thirst. You will always catch up with these programs nowhere else but right here in the New Life program. I'm your host, Philip Ojuang. Well, here in the New Life program, the gospel is simply irresistible, and that's why we penetrate through all the obstacles just to reach out and touch your life. Are you ready to join us in this sacred mission? If you do, then join Emmanuel Sunday, Pastor Nyamwanda and I as we educate you on healthy living and spiritual nourishment. Just before then, the singing echoes set the pace with the track, Tell the World How Good He Has Been to You.
The crowd is moving up yonder, get on board, be a little more stronger. The church is going home to be with Him. My Lord's still worth my praise, and I'm not ashamed, my voice time to raise it. Christians need to stand up for the Lord. I'm not outgoing my raise, and my Lord's still worth my praise, and I'm not ashamed to stand and to shout it out. This right up religion, don't get it, don't clam up, give the Lord some credit, tell the world how good He's been to you. In a little country church we called Bethel, we heard the words, sung the songs that blessed, all the glory of the Lord was in that place. We need to go back to the old camp meetings where the holy fire of God comes down on His people and let Him fill our hearts and lives today. I'm not outgrowing my raise, and my Lord's still worth my praise, and I'm not ashamed to stand and shout it out. This stride up religion, don't get it, don't clam up, give the Lord some credit, tell the world how good He's been to you. I'm not outgrowing my raise, and my Lord's still worth my praise, and I'm not ashamed to stand and shout it out. This dried up religion, don't get it, don't clam up, give the Lord some credit, tell the world how good He's been to you. Tell the world how good He's been to you.
The entire world would be Christian if they were taught the pure gospel of Christ. And indeed, we have all the reasons to hail His everlasting kindness and goodness. One mineral-oriented meal may be dangerous and may impose you to health-related problems. After successfully tackling the mineral protein, Emmanuel Sunday in our health program today highlights various consequences of eating too much fat. Welcome as you aspire to balance and watch on the portions you consume.
Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're fine and doing well as far as your health is concerned. In our program today, we're going to talk about the various consequences of eating too much fat. Before we do that, let's remind ourselves of what we learned in our last program. We first said that in many countries, to be fat is popular and perhaps considered as a sign of wealth. Also, we discovered that cholesterol only refers to the fat that comes from animals. Cholesterol is also found in eggs, milk, cheese, and the fat in your body as well. We also say that fats can be in the form of oil. This type of fat can be found in fish, grains, seeds, nuts, olives, and palm seeds as well. Remember, we also saw that fats produce heat, which might be good or bad to our health depending on the waste products produced. Highlighting some of the functions of fats in our bodies, we say that fats provide support for the body organs and padding for protection and comfort, act as a food reserve, help in the formation of body's hormones, helps in the growth and development of a child as it's found in the mother's milk. Also, we say that oils produced by your body lubricates the skin and hair, preventing drying, cracking skin, and brittle hair. Lastly, we say that the fats should not be taken in large quantities. In our program today, we're going to discuss the consequences of eating too much fat. Have you ever thought of the creator of everything as far as his instructions were concerned? The creator who formed your body gave special instructions regarding the care of your body. One thing he said was, do not eat the fat of animals. When I'm told not to do something, I'm always interested in knowing why. This is what I discovered and want to share with you. Here are some of the problems caused by a high-fat diet. Cholesterol, being a high type of fat, collects on the inside of your blood vessels. The blood vessels carry blood from your heart to the various parts of your body, your heart, brain, muscles, and other organs. These blood vessels can become clogged very easily by cholesterol sticking to the inside wall of the vessel. Then the blood cannot flow through to the tissues. Without blood, then the tissues have no oxygen and no food and must die. If this occurs in your life, your heart, or rather a part of your heart, dies. This we call a heart attack. You'll have pain. If the blockage is in the leg, the muscles will cramp. This causes pain if you're walking for a couple of kilometers. Should there be a blockage or partial blockage to your brain, you may find it hard to remember or do think clearly. Not only animal fats but oils of all sources can cause a problem. They are changed into cholesterol by the body and stored. It's therefore better to keep the fats and oils of all sources to a minimum, so these problems will not be yours. Sometimes these problems can be corrected by a fat-free diet. Exercise also prevents the deposit of fat on the lining of the blood vessels. Insulin, which is produced by the body to help in the usage of sugar, cannot do its work as well when there's fat in the diet. Those who are already diabetic should be careful about the free use of fats. The work of some of the white blood cells is to destroy bacteria. These white blood cells are not able to work well in the presence of fat in the blood, so your defense against disease will be lower. Also, remember, cancer is more likely in one who uses a lot of fried food. The heated fats produce a cancer-causing substance which opens the way for colon cancer. Obesity is common amongst people who are high fat and sugar eaters. We should therefore try to avoid most of the fats in cooking and those foods which are high in cholesterol. Chips, French fries, chocolate bars, and most meats may taste good to one, but the consequences may not be what we want. Therefore, I would suggest increasing the amount of fresh and cooked fruits and vegetable salads in your diet. As you do this, you'll find your energy level rising to greater heights. The rewards: added years of healthy living, yours for healthy you. Thank you and God bless.
You are definitely listening to Adventist World Radio, where the Voice of Hope speaks to you in the New Life program. I'm your host, Philip Ojuang. Remember that you can always reach us with your concerns, contributions, and thoughts about this program. Send them to the producer, Adventist World Radio, P.O. Box 42276, code 00100, Nairobi, Kenya, or find us online at awrnairobi@eau.adventist.org. The Perrys are one of the Southern Gospel music's most beloved groups. The legend of how the Perrys came about involves singing around a family piano in December of 1970. From this small beginning, God has moved this ministry into one of the prominent national Southern Gospel groups, consisting Libby Perry Staffel, Tracy Staffel, Nick Trammell, and their pianist, Matthew Holt. They present the track entitled Absolutely Positively. Enjoy.
Through Daniel straight into the lion's den that day. But Daniel knew deliverance would come if he had faith. And just like him, I can boldly face my enemies. 'Cause God is on my side and he's taking care of me. And I absolutely, positively know without a doubt, God has everything in control. He'll see me through somehow. He'll never leave me stranded. He has plans to bring me out. And I absolutely, positively know without a doubt. When Satan comes attacking me with thoughts of unbelief, he has to get behind me, 'cause I will see me through somehow. He will never leave me stranded. He has plans to bring me out. And I absolutely, positively know without a doubt. Yeah. Positively, absolutely, positively, no, without a doubt.
Do you tend to doubt God's doings in your life? If so, then you are absolutely mistaken, because here in the New Life program, we absolutely and positively believe that God is able. After presenting a teaching on God's intention on making it possible for the Israelites to speak the same language and why He decided to diversify the languages, Pastor Nyamwanda focuses on Genesis chapter 10 and verses number 5 as we focus on the tongue part 3. Concentrate as you use your tongue positively.
Hello, listener. Welcome again to this message that is coming to you very directly. I want to speak to you about the tongue, and the tongue is an important instrument in communication. Let us hear what Job says. Job chapter 6 and verse 24 reads, "Teach me, and I will hold my tongue, and cause me to understand when I have erred." You all know the man called Job. Job was a servant of God, and when he had fallen into misfortune, he was very much touched, and he was visited by his friends, and for a long time they wondered what Job had done. And before Job began to speak, he told his Creator God, "Teach me, and I will hold my tongue. Cause me to understand where I have erred." Two pupils came to Socrates to learn oratory. The two pupils wanted to be taught how to speak well, and Socrates told one of them, "You will pay double fees. The first fee will be to teach you how to keep quiet, and the second fee will be to teach you how to speak. But your friend will pay only one part of the fees, because I'm only going to teach him how to speak." Look at the words of Job again. "Teach me, and I will hold my tongue." The young man was not able to hold his tongue. Part of communication is to be able to listen critically to what other people are saying. So, holding our tongue is very important. And the Lord is teaching us that in this life in which we live, we must pray, "Lord, teach me, and I will be able to hold my tongue, and cause me to understand when I make a mistake." In this case, I would like to say again that as you speak every day, examine when you are supposed to be speaking and when you are supposed to be quiet. You will discover that when you listen, you learn more than when you speak. Therefore, I like the words that Job has used. As you rise up day in and day out, call upon the Lord and tell Him, "Lord, teach me, and I will hold my tongue." This will cause you to have understanding, to know when to speak, when to listen, when to sing, and when to hear others sing. It is very important, loving and caring to have you hold your tongue is a beautiful thing. It will teach you many things. May God help you again today, that as you plan your day, that you may be able to learn to hold your tongue. It is beautiful. Thank you.
That brings us to the closure of our today's program. It has been such a privilege having your company, and I'm looking forward to meet you on our next New Life program, same time and place. Thanks, and remember to send your views, comments and suggestions regarding this program to the producer, Adventist World Radio, P.O. Box 42276, code 00100, Nairobi, Kenya, or on our email address awrnairobi@eau.adventist.org. On behalf of my producer, I have been your host, Philip Ojuang. Till next time, take care as I leave you with the track from Kala Joka entitled, I'd Rather Talk About Jesus.
I'd rather talk about Jesus more than anything I know. I'd like to tell you all about His love, and I sure hope it shows. Now we can talk about the weather, things we've done and folks we know. I'd rather talk about Jesus more than anything I know. We don't get together often. In fact, some of us have never met. If you had seen me and I was crying, I was dying in regret. There's been a change, oh, let me tell you. I used to speak of fear and doubt, till I met Jesus and He saved my soul. Now He's all I talk about. I'd rather talk about Jesus more than anything I know. I'd like to tell you all about His love, and I sure hope it shows. Now we can talk about the weather, things we've done and folks we know. I'd rather talk about Jesus more than anything I know. They talk of tragedy and heartaches. It brings my spirits to the ground. Yet all around me, that's all I hear. Bad news going round. Next time the conversation lingers on the sad and on the blue. With love, I'll have to interrupt you with my latest, greatest news. I'd rather talk about Jesus more than anything I know. I'd like to tell you all about His love, and I sure hope it shows. Now we can talk about the weather, things we've done and folks we know. I'd rather talk about Jesus more than anything I know. I'd rather talk about Jesus more than anything I know.
So long ago, the first time I called on your name, empty and broken, ashamed of my sin, I asked if this sinner you'd save. but the cares of life have darkened the light, and I feel like I'm drifting away. So break me, mold me, cleanse me, then hold me. I want to be near today. Lord, give me the spirit of brokenness, like you gave when I first called your name, and replace all my pride with humility, Lord, a broken, willing vessel I'll be. I never set out to drift into sin. My intentions are never to stray, but my flesh is weak, and I'm so prone to fall. Like a child, I go my own way. Till I hear your cry from deep down inside, saying, go back to Calvary again. There you'll see my flesh opened and my spirit broken. Then surely your drifting will end. Lord, give me the spirit of brokenness, like you gave when I first called your name, and replace all my pride with humility, Lord, a broken, willing vessel I'll be. Lord, a broken, willing vessel I'll be. I asked the Lord if He would send somebody to their knees to help me bear my burden when I could not believe. Soon the veil was lifted, and my doubts all disappeared when a chosen child of mercy spoke the words I long to hear. I've been praying for you, praying
sure.